Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Genuine APBT. On today's episode, it's kind of like a follow-up to my chemicals video that I did prior to this video. And I just want to touch on something in particular. The last video, I explained that the chlorhexidine is as good as this betadine solution, which it is. But I had tried that and this product here, the MTG, the Shapley's MTG, on a particular portion of Maple's tail. It was small. It was maybe less than maybe half a square inch, where I think she had an allergic reaction about 6-7 months ago, or maybe more, to a flea bite. And I've just been dealing with it, and the initial reaction is gone, but the hair loss, and I don't know if it was her licking at it when I can't see her, because you can't always supervise these dogs, but I was having trouble bringing the hair back. And so I had success before with the chlorhexidine and the MTG, but sometimes you can't get every. What's up, Zephyr? You being a good boy, just checking it out? That's my good boy. That's why I love him so much. He could turn it on in a second, and then he could just be this great kickback dog. I love that. I actually, I believe that's because of the heavy sorrels in them, but I don't know. Anyways, going back to the video, what I did try, because I kind of reached a stalemate. It got better, but it never progressed after a certain stage. And so what I did is I changed it up. I went back to the betadine, and then I ended up using a little bit of the neem oil with some peppermint oil. Now, if you're going to use neem oil, two things to keep in mind. Use a little bit mixed in with another essential oil on a small area. Maybe use just a tiny bit. Just make sure that your dog doesn't have a weird reaction to the neem oil, because it could be strong. I had done that in the past, so I used about the tip of my finger, the tip of my small finger, and then maybe 6 or 7 small drops of the peppermint in my palm. So I mix that up, and it'll melt really fast. Right now that it's cold, the neem oil is going to be kind of hard, but then you put it on your hand and it picks up the heat from your hand, and it softens up, and it turns liquidy like any other oil. So first I cleaned it up really good with some cotton balls and the betadine right on the area. Let it dry for about 2-3 minutes, let it seep in, and do the antiseptic microbicide stuff. And then I hit it with some neem oil and the peppermint drops, and I applied it directly to where you just make enough to where you're going to cover the desired area. And like I said, it was a half square inch. And the very first application, and on top of that, I put 2 capfuls, okay? 2 capfuls of the apple cider vinegar in about half a gallon of water, which is their drinking water. I don't give them any more than half a gallon right now, because they're not going to drink it. They might only drink about 30 ounces or 16 ounces of it. These dogs, for some reason, when you raw feed them, they don't consume a lot of water. So I cheat and I put the water in their feed, and then that way I can assure myself that they stay good and hydrated. But I do exercise them, and that's the way to make them drink straight water from their bucket. And so I put 2 capfuls in about a half gallon of water, along with the betadine directly on there. And then I treated it with the neem oil and the peppermint. And guys, I had a fantastic result, and it was almost instant. I've done 1 application, and in that half square inch, I've seen about 40% of the hair come back. So that's the whole thing of the video. Here it is. Keep trying different things for your dogs. Not one particular thing may not work for a particular issue. And I'm not a veterinarian. I'm not a lab person. I don't have a microscope to look at it and tell you, yes, it's this, so I'm going to apply this. And so it's kind of trial and error. And that's what you have to do with these dogs. And so you don't spend a lot of money and you try things like this. All right, guys. So I just thought I'd do a follow-up video on these chemicals, because I think my last video did not include the neem oil and the peppermint. Now, if you're going to get the neem oil, just my suggestion, guys, okay? Always get the best that you can. I like getting the cold pressed. And what that means is when they get it out of the natural source, it's quickly processed and it's unrefined. If you see there, it says unrefined, meaning they don't bleach it. They don't make it look good for your eye. A lot of people are sensitive and they want something that looks really nice and cute for their dog. These guys don't do that. It's 100% pure. It's cold pressed, so it's made quickly. It processes quickly from the natural source to what you're going to get in this bottle. That's what cold press means. And then the unrefined, and obviously no solvents and other things in there. No different types of aroma or fragrances and other junk like that. So this is a good product. I don't remember if this was really expensive. It probably wasn't super expensive. I think I bought it on Amazon a while back. And so yeah, it just works. So hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was informative. And like always, know them, love them, and raise them responsibly.